when I was growing up, you know, sometimes to get your point across, you got to be repetitive. Excuse me. You got to be repetitive. I used to be with my friends, and I would see these niggas make some of the most grotesque errors that the human eye could see. And then I would relay that back to myself, and it would make me make those same grotesque errors. And I was sitting back thinking about being able to document this and talk to whoever it is out in the world. Some people I know and some people I'll never get a chance to meet them. If you with a friend and you put up with the BS that they put up with, you just as guilty as them. And the reason I say that is the people that we know as the hierarchy people, like the senators and congressmen and congresswomen and all these people, they make these laws. If you go with somebody and you sitting in the car with them and they go rob the bank and kill somebody, they charge you with it. They call it guilty by association. You understand? I would have these friends that I would be around, and I seen these niggas make these mistakes, and I would stick up for them. And it took almost my whole life to understand real friends don't do that. My friend, I just did a video I uploaded for him, and I'm not gonna name drop, but he'll know. He would always be wrong most of the time, but I just stuck up for him. One night we was out, and he embarrassed this guy. This guy was with his girlfriend. He embarrassed the guy. It reduced the guy to tears. We left and went to a eatery. It was about maybe like 4 o'clock in the morning. We left to go to an eatery. And when we was getting out, some told me to look over my shoulder. And if, like I say, I always mention this because, like I say, sometimes you got to be repetitive to get your point across. I don't drink. All my friends would drink and get boozed up or whatever, and I was the only one that was always 100% focused on everything at all times, period. You understand? But that guy who he humiliated followed us, and I saw him. I said, that look like the same nigga who boy just humiliated. So I walked over to the car. He had that ratchet sitting on his lap. The girl was on the passenger side. I guess he must have already checked her. He still was teary-eyed. I say, what's up, bro? He was like, man, I'm finna do such and such to your boy. I say, look, bro. It's like my little brother, bro. I say, he boozed up. I talked to him about that, bro. And that was a situation that I was uncomfortable with. So he was telling me where he was from and that this couldn't be tolerated where he was from. He told me, hey man, my name's such and such. Hit the girl in the car. She said, thank you for coming over saying that, because he had his mind already made up. Excuse me, he had his mind already made up. And it took me a while to understand real friends have to check their friends. If you sitting around tolerating nonsense, that situation could have got out of hand. And my friend, when I was outside talking to the guy, I could still hear him being loud and obnoxious inside of the place enough from outside. So again, I had another situation, and I ain't gonna keep you guys long because this was on my head. One of my friends got into something, a good friend of mine. I mean, like this, my ace coon boom, he got into something. And I went to go somewhere where I know he frequented. And when I pulled up, the guys that were standing around, this was a whole nother city from where we grew up at. They was like deals in the headlights looking at me. Like, what am I doing there? So I remember this guy, he in federal prison now doing a boatload of time. He said, hey man, what you doing here? I say, what you mean what I'm doing here, man? I came here to shoot a few games of pool. He say, we know whenever you come around, your homeboy close by. They say, we need to let you know that we got a green light on him from what happened to our friend. So I say, okay, what that got to do with me? He was like, nah, man, you straight. You always the level head one that we could. This years ago, man, people coming to me, talking to me. These boys don't know me like that. But I had to go back to my friend to find out. But at that time, if my friend needed me to be with him, I would have been with him. You understand? But the message of this vid that I'm doing now, if your friends are wrong, you need to check them so you could go lay down and get you some sleep at night so this won't be on your guilty conscience. Don't sit around with people and you know they wrong just because they your friend and you go out and get into trouble with them. Somebody needs to be the mediator. Why not you?